Esther, I have a question from Andreas Karsten, Brazil. He says the following: the disappointing and backpedaling outcome of Rio+20 is, as Severn Suzuki phrased it yesterday, a breakdown of our governance system of how we decide globally. He says he shares this analysis together with many others, as George Monbiot put it, to see Obama backtracking on the commitments made by Bush the Elders 20 years ago is to see the extent to which a tiny group of plutocrats has asserted its grip on policy. These are not my words, it's Andreas Karsten's words.
Come from Brazil.
And so I'm asking you, Esther, as this governance system is, on his behalf, is failing us, what do we replace this with?
Well, I think this is a very tough question, Gro. It's because we live in the world that we're very connected, and we live in the global world. We live in the world that we're seeing things happening to us, and we need to come together to find solutions to them. One person cannot find a solution to this issue. I think we need to look inwards in our national governance first, before we go towards issues of global governance. I think for us to replace this is to have a strong national governance that allow the full participation of all stakeholders, including women, youth, and children. Because when you have a strong home, you can go to the public to talk about the issues that you have, with all your pride and all your support from home. But when you don't have that kind of good governance at home, you cannot come to the public to talk about anything. Like I said, charity begins at home.
Yeah, so, and I agree with you. The whole basis is public participation, public education, people's awareness, and that we are all in this together.
Absolutely.
We are all responsible citizens, or we should be, in every country, able to be responsible citizens.
Absolutely.
And in that case, we can choose the right leaders too.
Exactly. Well, we have a question from Javier Camanera, Mexico. He's asking, how has the perspective on development and environmental protection changed from 1972 to 1992 and now in 2012?
Of course, you had the Stockholm Conference.
Absolutely.
That's why he's using 72 in this question. That focused on the environment and the issues that people had not been aware of the risks to our environment, so Stockholm dealt with that. But a little forgot people in poverty across the world, which then was analyzed and talked about, and as the concept sustainable development was created before Rio 92. Now, if we talk about now, I don't think there is any question that what was agreed in Rio 92, people still are aware these are the right concepts, the right types of agreements, but there is a lot of struggle going on between different nations, different countries. There is financial, economic problems, and people have chosen different paths, and there is not sufficient agreement on, for instance, the climate situation, what commitments each nation has to do. So there is a more varied approach, and the texts from Rio 2012 are long. They cover a number of issues, but we have to avoid that the reality of environmental barriers are not forgotten, because there are many good things here about people, about justice, about women, about the importance of energy. There is a lot good things to pick from this document.
It is.
But please don't forget that the environment is the basis for all of us.
It is.